going on, ladies and gentlemen? Family, how you doing? It's your boy, and we in the building. We got lots to talk about, and we about to get to it. Welcome, Happy New Year's, Horn Frogs in the building, TCU. Y'all know how we do. I love you much. We have lots to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, the 119th Congress is on its way to being installed. There's lots of things that's going to be going on. We, as MAGAs, we have a lot of work to do. We're not going to be like traditional White Houses, traditional administrations, waiting until the last minute. In fact, we're not going to wait until traditional White Houses to waste our time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast. I am your host, Clyde Yorkshire. I'm your brother. We have lots and lots to talk about, and let's get right down to it. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls, please make sure you like and subscribe. This is a movement. We are moving the needle. America is being made great right now. Welcome one, welcome all. We are in the building. And as time go by, I can guarantee you we are going to pick up the process. We're getting the studio ready. We're making sure that we put you in a place to enjoy yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, for those who want to learn a little bit more about Clyde Yorkshire, obviously all of the haters are there. You guys know how the government do every single time they get a chance to pull somebody down. This is what we do. It's the same old story or the same old song, like the Four Top said. But ladies and gentlemen, something different is being brewed. I looked at the stars tonight. They're beautiful, they're shining, and they have a wonderful message. Ladies and gentlemen, also check me out on Spotify for all of y'all who want the exclusive on that Clyde Yorkshire. Ebony Republicans, check me out on Spotify. It's your boy, Clyde Yorkshire. We have lots to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. We have so many dimensions to us. We want to ask that you please support the channel because of how social media is doing us. The way how the federal government is unfortunately doing us, as it is under the control, not of the republic, not of the American people, but of under a foreign entity, which is operating as it will and not in the behest of you and me, the American people. I love you, and I'm so happy that you are here with me. I feel that I can do anything with the backing of the American people. Ladies and gentlemen, the 119th Congress is in session. We are about to get busy. We have a lot of cleaning up to do in America. Who's stepping in the building already? Talax, what's up, baby? 7782, what's the topic? So the topic is today, we're talking about what are Republicans about to do? What is the GOP about to do? Where are we going? Where are we going to take this country? What is about to happen? We have a lot on our agenda. People are talking about the H-1B visa. People are talking about the border. People are talking about Americans getting fed up with the government. There's tons of things to talk about. But we as Republicans, we have to bring calm to this country. We have to be the bigger people. And for all of my listeners out there, I want you to get your pen, your paper, take some notes, mental notes, get ready. We're about to talk. So, just so you know, we're going to go over what the government is about to do, what is about to happen in the United States of America. You have all of these left wing, deep state entities who want to tell you what is about to happen, and they're not privileged to know what we're about to tell you. Let me look at some of these comments. Tucker Bryant said, interesting topic. Bob Odom said, hi. How you doing, baby Paul? It says, hey, Bob. Now, first and foremost, what's about to happen is the 119th Congress is about to take control. Just so you know, there are investigations that are happening before this Congress gets into power. So the Senate Judiciary Homeland Security Commission is so far investigating the Trump assassination and the attempts. They're questioning the Secret Service and the FBI. One, because the story makes no sense, from the bullet fragments to how the president was shot or shot at, or he was actually shot, to who was on the radio, what frequencies they were using, why did it take all of this time for the president to be covered, why was there a second assassination attempt. Also, this Senate Judiciary Homeland Security Committee is also still investigating the January 6th attack. We want to know, how did this happen? Who was involved? And why did it take place? It was not just something that President Trump stirred up. Just so you know, your government is taking order. Do not be fooled. Do not listen to the media. Do not listen to social media. Listen to the federal government as it is changing. Also, House Republicans have open investigations that are still lingering. They're looking into the Joe Biden's family and their shell companies and the things that they have been doing while making the FBI, Homeland Security, and the DOJ look at Trump. The Biden administration have been getting rid of their laptop from hell, the coke that's been found in the White House, the pardoning of Hunter Biden, also his Verisma job that he got, and the millions that he made off of Ukraine. Now, here's a crackhead, a guy who's soliciting prostitutes, having porn all over, children porn, by the way, all over his laptop. Okay, FBI says there was nothing to see here. We found out there was something to see. Also, he got indicted, Hunter Biden. And magically, of course, his father gave him a pardon. Let's see what it says. Vance becomes president. He will after Trump. We have things to do, and I need to hold off on Vance just yet. We need to see how Vance is coming, because I would not mind an Ivanka Trump presidency. I would not mind. I'm going to say that again. A Ivanka Trump. There's other persons, so don't get it twisted. We're ready for, we see the Obamas in our rearview mirror. We see Michelle Obama. Okay. We got our eyes on Whoopi Goldberg. We got our eyes on the left-wing media, because as this president comes into power and begin to take the reins, these guys are stirring the pot to cause confusion, to make sure that this is not a smooth transition. Make sure you like and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. Share this video and make sure you tell everybody that the MAGA team is here and we are broadcasting. Also, one of the tenets of this new administration and of the MAGA team and of Republicans is school choice. If you are a Democrat, I want you to understand why you are going to become a Republican or respect the Republican reign is because we want to give you school choice over your children. No more are we going to have this big Department of Education, one size fit all type of cabal that is going on and basically taking advantage of your children, diagnosing your children, filling your children's heads up with sexual thoughts, and not educating their children. That is what Republicans are on. Also, we want to make sure that we let the American people know, swing voters and persons who are libertarians and maybe just conservative Democrats, we got you covered. We're going to also talk about some of the things that you're interested in. Lots of Democrats are interested in environmental care. They believe in global warming. We are not going to be the party that just dismiss what Democrats have on their ticket. Just so you know, President Nixon in 1970, he created the EPA. the Environmental Protection Agency. Just so you know. Also, Republican, Nixon was a Republican. Also, Republican President Theodore Roosevelt created he was a conservationalist. He also created the National Parks Act, where not only were we taking care of our parks, taking care of our horticulture, our agriculture, and our environment, but we were also making sure that the American people can continue to own and have stakes and control of your national parks. This is a big issue. Now, no disrespect, you're not going to hear Democrats talking about this. They're talking about the race card, they're talking about women's rights, they're talking about abortion, and all of this other goofy shit that does not come down to the bottom line. We as Republicans are going to be a different party. We as Black Americans who are conservatives and Republicans, we are going to use the education that we got from the United States of America, the good old US of A, under the Grand Old Party or the GOP. We are going to take time to educate the American people and give you confidence that we as Black Americans, we are very, very educated and familiar with what's going on. Take a look at any Democrat. All they're talking is race, what the white man is up to. They're talking about the government is terrible and all of these other things, and they're not giving you substance. Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, all they're talking is a bunch of foolishness. They're not giving you bullet points. What are you going to do when you get in the Senate? What are you going to do the first day or the first 10 days of you being in the White House? President Trump is on a tear already. He let people know, first and foremost, we're going to crack down on the water that you're drinking. We're going to crack down on all of this fluoride. Oh, damn, shit, I like that. Okay. President Trump wants you to know that we're going to crack down on these educational governmental programs that are taking over your children, telling you what zone you can be in, where your children can be educated. The good old boy system on the left to basically relegate your children to districts, redlining and red taping them so they can receive a limited education, limited books, and they're not giving you the option to put your kids in schools and districts, townies and counties that you feel is beneficial for your own children. Let's go to the comments. It says, do you know Nixon created that? Yes, he did. Telex 7782 says to make money. No, he did not do that to create money. Nixon was a very upright president, and he was a victim of the deep state and of those who continue to try to operate and control America. Let's get to your comment again. It says, there is no exchange of thought, just a rant from you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, these are people who are coming on here who have no way to educate their electorate, their constituents. These are people who are just angry. These are, and I don't know if this is a Negro. I don't know if this is one of those niggas out there that think that we're still in the 1970s or 60s, but we are, and I'm proving to the American people. See, when people come to see a fight, they want to see how you jab. They want to see that you're confident. They want to see your hook. They want to see that you pivot. They want to see footwork. All you left wingers do is talk shucks. You talk mess. You do not get on the dance floor and show your moves. Kamala Harris was that woman. That is why Black women never voted for her. Only when she got pushed in a position to be president without a primary did Black women jump on board, because she had no substance to her. Hillary Clinton has no substance. Joe Biden has no substance. This is why the economy is moving. The American Stock Exchange, New York Stock Exchange, because Trump is here. The economy feels confident. Workers, the lower class feels confident. The business world feels confident. International leaders, investors, because we are giving them things that they can count on and hold us to. We're going to close the border. We're going to get rid of a lot of these illegal immigrants. We're telling you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're giving you an itinerary. The left wing is giving you fear, giving you these old this is going to happen, that's going to happen, watch out for this, black women this and this and that, and they're not giving you substance. The American people are not stupid. This is what you fail to understand. These people can hear you, they can feel you. This generation is under the dome. We can feel vibrations and energy. We're not a stupid generation. You can just pee on our feet and tell us it's raining. Let's go to the comments. Tex Lex 7782 says, preach to no audience. You are a weirdo, and that's why no one listens to you, because you have nothing to say. Let's get to Maddie Ice says, facts 100. Why does Maddie Facts see what we're saying, and how do you not see what we're saying? How do you have a president-elect who comes on national television and says no serious country has multiple genders like this and all of this sexual jelly bean foolishness? He's being clear. He's letting you know so you don't get it twisted. When he gets in office, we are going to be known as man and woman, marriage between man and woman, clear. No one's going to be giving your children sexual change advice, clear. No one's going to be filling your water for the time being with fluoride, clear. No one's going to just run through the border, clear. What don't Democrats get or see? What don't you lefters get? We're being clear to the American people. That is why the Electoral College looked the way that it looked. President Trump is clear. We're going to clean social media up. Social media will no longer be able to shadow ban people. We are protected under freedom of speech. Your speech might be wrong. It might be kind of fucked up, but you have freedom of speech. You have freedom of sexuality. You have freedom of pornography, whatever you want, you have freedom. However, we are a moral nation that is directed by God, and we are going to, for the most part, keep the guardrails. You ever go bowling and see those rails that you can pull up sometime for kids who don't have a good enough wrist to throw the ball? Democrats, left-wingers do not know what they're doing. This is what happens when you educate people on inflated education and left-wing factory schools. You have a bunch of, no disrespect, black women who don't know the issues, don't understand foreign policy, couldn't pick a plane, a warship out if they were in a lineup. These women and left-wingers, and unfortunately the liberals, are basically operating off of a narrative that makes no sense. We are giving you clear and distinctive clarity on what we're going to do. We are going to rebuild the military. We are going to put confidence back in the military. We are going to stop all of this sexual, transgender, unregulated sexual medications that is going into our military. It's a done deal. We're clear to you. We don't want you to get it twisted. We don't want you to lose focus of what we're saying. We're going to stop racial foolishness in school. We're going to get back to teaching our kids on a university level. We want to compete with China, Dubai, Singapore, in educating our children. We are also going to respect those people who are coming from other countries who want to come here and do good in our country. You have every right. However, we are going to stop putting our American people on the back burner as if they can't fill some of these tech jobs. They can't be the ones coming into government and universities and in the workforce. American people who are born here, who are indigenous, who have generations, over 12 generations here, you are being treated like shit. You don't count. You don't matter. Just go away. That's how they're treating you. Under the Trump administration, we are going to stop that. We have a strong government. This grand old party also known as the GOP. We want clean alternative fuel. We don't want just electric cars, electric stoves. If you want a gas stove, the president has said people can keep their gas stoves. You can keep your gas car. We are not going to usher in the Antichrist, as the left is trying to do. Force you to put a mask on, force you to take an injection that you don't know nothing about, haven't read or studied, force you to get rid of your old stove, force you to change your light bulbs. These people are psychotic. And they did not think that Black American men specifically was capable of articulating to old white women, Jewish women, Muslims, Asians, Black and white Americans what is actually going on. We are very intelligent. I would not be wearing a TCU shirt if I could not articulate myself or make American great again. Okay? Just so you know. Now, sit in front of a left-wing camera and listen to what are they telling you. It's the same thing when you go into any place that you're going to buy a car or a home. You want to know, what's the plumbing like? What does the roof look like? How much am I going to be paying? What is the interest? What if somebody said, "Don't worry about it. It's a nice neighborhood. There's good grass. Get the house. There's lots of windows." What does that tell me about the house? That's how Democrats are. You want to know, how does the engine? How many miles it get? What is the gas mileage? The Democrats, don't worry about that. There's a good radio and it's a beautiful color. Buy the car. That's how Democrats are. They want to speed through and treat you like you're stupid. They don't want to explain what the gas mileage is. They don't want to explain how much of your money you're going to be able to keep, how much the interest rate is, how much of inflation is going to be, what's the retail value, what type of assets you can obtain through this vehicle once you buy it for resale. This is what we're trying to do as Republicans. We want to explain the tax code. We want to get the EPA under control. We want to get Homeland Security under control. We want to get our intelligence community under control. We want to consolidate wasteful spending of the American tax dollars. We do not want to give your hard-earned money that you work for in Panera Bread, Jack in the Box, Home Depot, in your tech jobs, Texas Instrumental. You're working for the city. You're working for the state. You're working for the railroad. You make all this hard money, and we're just going to send your goddamn money off to Ukraine. We are not going to do that to you. That is what the left does. And when you ask questions, the first thing they say is civil rights. You're questioning my black ability. You're questioning Dr. Martin Luther King. No, we're questioning you incompetent fools. You are no longer going to take advantage of the American people. We're sick of it. We're not playing anymore. We're real. This is what you get in Charleston White. This is what you get in Clyde, Yorkshire. This is what you get in Candace Owens. This is what you get in a awoke, not the woke, a awoke Black American young MAGA electorate. We are not here to be racist. We're not here to be hateful, but we are going to put America first. I see nothing wrong with that, and I don't know anybody in their right mind who sees something wrong with America first. Now, with all of that said, let us get into our program. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I wanted you to understand what is going to happen with your government is because I want you to understand, as January 20th roll on, what you are going to expect. The Supreme Court right now is geared up. It is a conservative majority. I believe it's 6-3. We are not playing with the deep state. The rule of law on the land will be followed and not the rule of the ocean right now. Maritime law will be put on hold. This is SCOTUS, not POTUS, SCOTUS. That is the Supreme Court, will be respected. We are going to put a good DOJ in there, a good FBI director. We're going to put a good CIA director. We're going to put confidence back in the American people. We are going to teach our children university level to prepare them for college. We're going to focus on getting our grades up. We're not going to focus on race and sexuality as the left has been trying to do. The Congress, the House, and the Senate has investigations going on, but we will still do our job to pass laws and push the president's agenda. Meanwhile, we will be apparent with the American people and to prove to them that an underhanded, undertone, undercurrent, secret society sort of movement have been going on against President Trump, against the American people, to spy on your privacy, to take advantage of your children, and we will be transparent with the American people of what your Congress and your government has been doing for the last 4 years under the Biden Harris administration. We will be transparent and let the people decide how they want us in the House of Representatives and in the Senate to move in prosecuting and eliminating people like Alvin Bragg, Tiffany Henyard, persons who are directed completely as prosecutors under the Biden administration. They are corrupt. They are taking advantage of taxpayers and your money in local towns and counties, and that must stop. This is what our job is as the American GOP, Republican conservatives come into power. We are going to give the American people back your money. We are going to make a tax code where people are taking more home who are middle class and underclass. If you have children, tax credits. We are going to put stimulus into the economy and boost. We're going to open up the market and leave it to the states. People can get health care. You don't have to be stuck and stranded in New York with their health care. If you live in New York and you want health care in Minnesota because it's cheaper, or your car insurance is better in North Carolina, Republicans want to open that to you. Democrats want to hold you, keep you from going on vacation. They want to keep you from being able to have real freedoms and fly around the country for dirt cheap because you're in the same country. They want to push those things to the side, overcharge you, and talk about abortion, abortion, gay rights, abortion, gay rights, abortion. Listen, we don't give a shit about that. We don't care if people get married or abortion to who they want to, but that doesn't negate that you're robbing the American people and act like you're not doing it. We just want to be upfront for once in our life. We want the trust of the American people back in our institutions. We are going to free law enforcement hands to get these people out of our country, get these neighborhoods under control, get these gangs under control. We want people to be in the subway, walk in a grocery store, walk down the street free, and you don't have to grab and clutch your purse because some niggas that we let in this goddamn country who has no business being here, and oh, we don't give a shit what they're doing. We're just talking about abortions and black women's right. Man, F that shit. We got more important things to do. We have children to educate. We have elderly to take care of. People need their prescriptions lowered. We don't give a fuck about dingalings with dingalings and titties with titties. That's what these niggas is on. They don't care about lowering your prescription. They care about Black Lives Matter and a bunch of lesbians running that organization. That's what they care about. Okay? They care about criminals running your streets. These people have no integrity, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to tell you the truth. That is what Republicans are on. We want to turn the government back over to the states and to the people. Now, all I'm asking you to do is listen to what we're saying and you be the judge. It is time for the people to decide. I have already said to myself, I'm not going to be a sore loser. I am here to debate. And this is why we're going to open up our phone lines at some point. We're going to also have where people can comment. They can come on this program right here and talk to me directly. I don't back down from black women, liberals, Democrats, whatever. I want to hear from you because I know I got a mean hook. I know I'm educated. I know I read the Constitution. I know what the amendments say. I know what our Star Spangled Banner says. I know how this country was formed and what our agenda is as the GOP. I understand that. So bring any black woman on, bring any Democrat on who want to represent that old funky ass party on the left that ain't doing nothing but talking sexuality and talking foolishness. Bring them on. We have an agenda. We have an itinerary. We're organized. We're coming to the American people trying to give you a government that you can believe in. We're trying to give you something that you can feel comfortable in raising your children for the next couple of years. We're going to get rid of these wars and frivolous confrontations. In 4 years, the Biden administration just sit there and let Ukraine and Russia go at it. Under President Trump, we are going to stop that on day one. Putin has been on notice. Right now, we're not playing. You better get it ready, because as soon as we come in, we're not playing. China, we're not playing. The moment we get in office, we're not playing. All of this nonsense, roaches running around, we are going to stop that shit. You got food, crumbs all on the floor. This Biden administration is a mess. And I just want the American people to understand, how can black women support a government that is this loose? What are they giving you under the table? What are you really with that party for? This ain't nothing to do with women's rights. This has nothing to do with abortion. You are getting fed something that makes you side with a suicidal party like this. And I want the American people to open their eyes and see what is really going on. Nobody in their right mind would allow this administration, who have coke on the floors of the White House. These people have sexual foolishness all over their laptops, smoking crack in the White House, leaving countries like Afghanistan, leaving weapons behind, over $100 million worth of stuff, fleeing like dog between their legs, letting Israel and Gaza go at it, killing up hundreds of thousands of people and do nothing. Are we the United States or not, ladies and gentlemen? That's all I'm asking you, is to listen to what I'm saying. I'm not here selling you no whole shit. I'm not here hating on people. I'm not here belittling black women. I'm saying that black women is under the control, care, and keeping of the left-wing lobby and the deep state. I am calling them out because we can see what you're doing. That's all I'm doing. I'm calling out the gang members. I'm calling out the rappers. I'm calling out the drug dealers. I'm calling out the liars, the people who are taking our tax dollars and convincing our children that they're in the wrong body. This is who I'm calling out. I don't know how can black women be Christian in the black church and support a party that cares more about your children's sexuality than their education. And you can sit up in the front of the American people and talk about Trump is racist. How dare you do that? As if we are freaking stupid ass niggers. Do you have no shame, no decency? Then you federalize the government. You basically create false investigations, false impeachments to blind the American people while you move our money this way. You talk about you sending money to Ukraine and you're using our tax dollars and putting it in your pockets. The American people are tired of it. We're sick of it. We're tired of hearing about race and color. We're sick of it. We had enough of it. We want our kids in law school. We want our kids getting their doctorates. We don't give a frick about Dr. King's speech. We heard it already. Okay, fine, good. We want our children graduating and making money, getting their own business, not just jobs. That's another thing about the American GOP. We don't want Negroes just getting jobs. We got black people who've got 150 farms. F that. How many business them niggas been starting? We want these niggas to start businesses. We want y'all to have owner-operated Dunkin' Donuts, black Americans. We want you to have 7-Elevens, Not just getting some freaking stupid ass job, marrying some goofy ass relationship, and dying and going to church on fucking Sunday school. We want to enforce home education, home economics. As black people, we have to do our job to take over the black community now and no longer allow the black caucus, the black church, and these black sororities and freaking black secret societies to continue sacrificing our children so they can get money, aid, and funding from Washington, D.C., while our streets on Compton, East New York, Baltimore looks like shit. Our streets in Detroit, Gary, Indiana, the water's fucked up. The neighborhoods are fucked up. There's all kinds of bullshit in your gas stations. And black people to sit up here and tell you about the racist white man. F that. It's over. Now, let's talk a little bit deeper. Now, what happened on January 6th? Many of us who know better, we realize what actually happened in January 6th was a conspiracy. Violence was there and people got hurt. The federal government dropped the ball. While the local police did their job, shout out to our men and women, and that includes the FBI, the higher ups told the locals, turn your channel off of whatever frequency we agreed on before the president got here. The rally and the possible diversion was told. So the local police was ready. The FBI turned off their radios. So as the local police, check this out, it's called, hey, guys, get down here, get the military. The FBI, just under the instruction of the old elders, turn the radio off. Wait, did that really happen? It sure did. Why don't the American people know that? It's coming out in the congressional investigation. When President Trump was assassinated, locals, regulars, including local police officers, local FBI agents, and local Secret Service said, hey, there's a man with a gun on the roof. The higher up said, don't worry about it, it's okay. The local police officer said, let's check all roofs in this area. The higher up said, don't worry about it. There's corruption going on in the government. There's corruption going on in the government. And the Senate Judiciary Homeland Security Committee is questioning now the Secret Service. If y'all haven't got a chance to listen to some of those inconsistencies, they talk about the shell droppings, how many shots was fired, how many seconds, what happened immediately, what radio channel you was on, who said what, who was in control, and all you hear from the higher ups and the law enforcement was, I'm not sure, I'll get back to you, we don't know. Why did some of y'all duck before the shot was even shot at President Trump? Well, we're investigating that right now, okay? If there was only 2 shots fired, where were the shells? How come there was no shells recovered? Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, and the rooftop, which the person shot on, when somebody, the local police phoned in to y'all and said, there's somebody in the roof. What did you do the moment you heard that? We're going to get back to you on that. This is what is going on under the Biden administration. This is what Black American women are supporting and acting like Black men are taking shots at you because you are supporting a disgusting, blind, deep state organization, and you're not stepping up to the front like your grandmothers and support justice like Fannie Lou Hamer. This investigation under the Judiciary Senate, they question the FBI. Were you in control or was Secret Service in control? We got stonewalled. We're not sure. We'll have to get back to you on that. We're still investigating. Really? Okay. And what was the name of the officers who were supposed to do the detail? We're going to get back to you. Was anybody fired because of this? We're going to get back to you on this. Okay, this is what's going on. This is what's happening when it came to the Fannie Willis investigation of the investigation on President Trump and her colluding with the Biden administration, sleeping with Nathan Wade. When questions was asked, I don't know. We'll get back to you on it. What were you doing at the White House? Why were you communicating with the DOJ and investigating President Trump? We'll get back to you on it. Why wasn't these leads followed up on? We'll get back to you on it. Really? Okay. And who was these 51 generals who all wrote letters? Who encouraged them to write these letters? What made them write these letters? What happened when you found the laptop? Why didn't you bring it to Congress? Stonewall, Stonewall, Stonewall. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want a honest, clean government, you are going to have to join hands with Republicans, the GOP, conservatives to clean up your federal government. I am a son of those who fought to vote and who dealt with injustices because of our color, because of our heritage. And we have vowed to never, ever, ever let injustice go, no matter if you're white, if you're gay, if you're a woman, man, or child. We are standing on the right side of history, and we are putting confidence back in the American people because we love this flag. We support our men and women in uniform, our police officers, the hard job that they do. I've been in that position many years. I know our men and our women are competent, they're honest, but they have leadership sometimes that is corrupt. And I want you, the American people, to trust your local police, trust your FBI. I want you to trust your Congress, trust your president. And we're going to have to clean up the government if we're going to get you to support it. Grant Abbey, how you doing, baby? If we are going to get the American people to trust and to continue to contribute your tax dollars, we need visibility where people's tax dollars are going. You should be able to go online and check your tax dollars the way you can check your Social Security registry of all of the dollars and taxes that you've given to the federal government and where does your Social Security stand once you retire. You should also see every one of your tax dollars where they are going. Grant Abbey said, good you. Yes, I'm good. And Grant Abbey, I want to again just let you know if you just came in here, we are telling the American people what they can expect when President Trump, the Republicans, and the 119th Congressional Republican Congress is seated. We are going to do the people's business right away, right away. We are going to not only just deal with foreign policy, we're going to deal with domestic policy. We are focused on making sure that your children are getting good, nutritious school food in their schools, in their gas stations. We're going to clamp down on all of these fast food restaurants that is feeding the American people plastic, chrome, oil that you use for a lawnmower. We've got to stop this. We are creating cancer and at the same time hiring or raising the amount of medicines you can get out of your pharmacy. We've got to stop that, ladies and gentlemen. We are lying to the American people, stonewalling, giving no accountability. The court system have been corrupted. People are getting charged for foolishness, just like Kamala Harris used to come in and charge black men specifically and others for crimes that she was committing, Joe Biden and Hunter. We want the American people, whether you are a Democrat, whether you are a Republican, whether you are independent, a libertarian, a liberal, a conservative, we want you to trust your government. That is the plan of making America great again. And we explain that to people who act like they're naive and stupid, who say things like, take that stupid hat off. Why are you supporting Trump? I just sat here and explained to you what my itinerary is, what President Trump itinerary is. Now, I ask some of you who got a problem with my hat, tell me what Kamala Harris itinerary is. What is Joe Biden itinerary? They have none. All you want to do is bring us back to black women and not being treated fairly. I'm not asking you about that. I'm asking you about Kamala Harris policies and what is she going to do for our country? Well, abortions, you can't, these people can't be serious. But this is the type of nonsense that have been allowed to get over. Many black people like my age and younger, look, we out getting coochie, man. I'm just gonna be honest with you. We out having a drink, we on college campus, we chilling. We have never took the time to stop and listen to what the hell these people are talking about. Now that the world has slowed down and they're listening to what the hell these politicians are saying, people can see that they have been bullshitting us. They are playing games, and the American people know it now. People are catching up. This is the information age. People are becoming enlightened. People are meditating now. People are eating healthier. People are checking their calories. People are not stupid. They don't want this food flowing all over America. It's like we're living in a trap. Work and eat yourself to death. That's all we want you to do, and shut up and mind your business and let us send your goddamn tax dollars to Ukraine. That is the left agenda. Okay? More sexuality, more control over your children. I'm tired of showing up to my children's school and feel like I'm showing up to a detention center. They have cameras everywhere. You can't get in the name of gun shooters. F that, okay? I don't give a shit about that. You're bullshitting. You're trying to prevent parents from seeing what type of liberal takeover and mind control that you guys are doing, turning our schools into penitentiaries and over sexualizing our children, diagnosing our children, medicating our children. Your agenda on the left has not changed. You did it in my generation, the generation before ours. You tried to use your slick ass departments to compartmentalize and arrest the development of the American people. Let's go to Grant Abbey. It says, I know it's too late, but Happy New Year. No, it ain't never too late. Happy New Year to you. Thank you so much. It is not too late. Happy New Year. Because as far as I'm concerned, we are still celebrating Christmas and New Year's. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to take too much of your time. That was the purpose of me coming and speaking with you for a little bit. I want you guys to enjoy your evening, enjoy your families. Some of you are still out of town and you're still visiting with your families. Some of you are still eating and enjoying yourselves, and I want you to do that. The only thing that I want moving forward is for you guys, Merry Christmas to you too, is to understand what is going to happen when your federal government is seated, when the 119th Congress is seated, when your 47th president is seated, when your regular Supreme Court is ready to drop the gavel. We want you to understand what is coming. To recap very briefly, and then we're going to get off. One, we're going to make sure that parents maintain control over their children with school choice. We want to kick down all of the abortion issues, all of the issues to do with social justice and things like that, healthcare and whatnot, to the states. We want freedom of healthcare, just like we want freedom of insurance. I know many people, and I was one of them, who I could not afford insurance in New York. And so some people have to go and get insurance in North Carolina, in South Carolina. We want to give you that option. Since New York don't want to change their expensive fucking rules, then we want to make it free for you to go to get health care in Minnesota, okay, in Utah. You live in a country, ladies and gentlemen, that they're trying to carve up and make like they are different countries. No, this is one freaking country, and they are making things super expensive for you in California, super expensive for you in New York. They're relegating you because you live in a low income neighborhood. Your children can only go to this school, says the Board of Education. Under President Trump, under Republicans, we are not going to do that. What you can send your child to the school of your choice. You can keep an eye on the funding of your school. You should be able to go up to your children's school any day, any hour, and find out what is going on with your kids without the FBI being called on you, without you being harassed, and without teachers telling you you don't have any control. We want to make sure that the federal government cannot convince your children and to work to manipulate your children to have sex changes. Parents need to know what is going on with their children. This is what we're offering you, ladies and gentlemen, under this administration. This is why we wanted you to vote for President Trump. And this is why we want you to understand what is our agenda. We want you to have confidence again in your FBI and your Secret Service. We want you to have confidence in your men and women who put on a uniform, who serve as your sheriffs, as your constables, as your state troopers, and as your local police officers, marshals, etc. We want to bring back confidence in the American people. Doing this, we believe, will also strengthen the dollar, and we will be competitive with BRICS. We will become competitive with China, but we will do these things by letting the American people keep their earnings and their monies. We are not going to rob Peter to pay Paul any longer under this liberal left wing agenda of taking your money and just telling you what's going on with some freaking stupid ass rebels you never heard about. And this is why we've got to send another $60 billion to this area or this area. We want regulation. Under President Trump, there would have never been that many Pakistanis killed. October 10th or 7th would have never happened. Ukraine would have not lost this many people, neither did Russia. That invasion would have never happened. This is what we want the American people to understand. You have a strong government that is coming in power. You have a government that can stand up to China. You have a government that can stand up to Russia, North Korea, Iran, or any of these other governments. That is what you have in President Trump. You have somebody that will not allow your FEMA to be bankrupt, and towns and counties and states like Hawaii, Louisiana to go without funding because we used all of the money when we have to fight wildfires and floods on Ukraine and Israel. That will not happen under President Trump. Am I saying something that you don't understand? Am I saying something that's hard for you to comprehend? Am I saying something that's insulting to you? No, I am just helping the American people to understand that the government that is coming in power will do your business for you. That's all I'm saying. And I'm saying that there are a lot of people who are on the wrong side of history. And unfortunately, that happens to be the majority of Black American women that are claiming to be Christian under the Black church banner and under the liberal left wing Democrat banner. These women have been misled and they are being controlled by left wing lobbies, from feminism to communists to Stalinists, socialists. That is who are controlling them. Their words are not their own. Their agenda, you can tell by when you ask them, what is your agenda? What do you want? The first thing they talk about is women's rights. What the fuck does that got to do with the ecosystem? What the hell has that got to do with the economy? What about we start talking about we want men's rights? Man, what the hell are you talking about? What the hell do you want your government to do for you? We want to be able to have women need more money in the workplace. We're not saying that these issues don't make any sense. We're saying that we have bigger fish to fry. We have soldiers dying, children trafficking on our doorstep. We have an invasion at our border, is what we're saying. We have illegal immigrants here who are pushing people in a fucking train, and you talking about abortion, you silly bitch. I'm keeping it real with you. I don't give a fuck if you don't like that. I'm sick of these niggas. You are disgusting and loathing. We're sitting up in here talking about motherfuckers poisoning our water with fentanyl and fluoride, and you talking about women's fucking rights. What type of silly shit are you on? Black people can do the same thing. We want more rights as black people. Yes, I know black people have suffered, and we got shit that we need to make sure that is fixed, that we can be fair in this country. But right now, we got other pressing matters. We got other countries flexing their muscles, invading other countries. We have well over 100,000 men and women that was killed, grandmothers, children, and you talking about abortion, motherfucker. Niggas is dying because our stupid ass country can't stop these fucking wars. We keep sending weapons and monies to keep this shit going. There's no leadership. Imagine you ran into a school and they locked the doors and niggas is running around stabbing each other and they talking about we need more books. We need to stop the killing first, you big dummy. We need to get control of the school. We got asbestos in here. People are in the school stabbing each other and you talking about asbestos. What type of shit are you on? That is what we want you to see. A clear contrast in Black Americans that are conservative and Republicans. The love of country versus these people using the race card and talking sexuality and their own benefits. We are putting our country first and asking what can we do for our country. They're asking what can the country do for them. In the middle of China growing to a level of control over the world, Russian missiles and ballistic missiles being fired, destroying towns, and they're talking abortion and sexuality. Think of it. Our children are being bombarded with sexual foolishness, and they're talking about abortions and black women power. Think of it. Our schools are not educating, and they're talking about black women's rights and power, putting Kamala Harris in office. Think of it. Our neighborhoods are crumbling. Look at our water. Real issues. Our tolls, our tunnels, our bridges are crumbling. We ain't gonna have a country to give anybody no damn rights. Black men have suffered more than black American women in this country. And you don't hear us talking about we need more of this, more of that. Have black women been hung more than black men? No. Have black women been castrated more than us? No. Have black women bought more caskets than us? Have black women been killing each other more than us? Have black women been incarcerated more than us? Have black women been killed by the police more than us? Have black women been incarcerated? Don't tell me I'm on some bullshit, nigga. I'm showing you what the hell is going on, the statistics. These bitches is just showing you some foolishness and getting mad that niggas is trying to give you the real. Think of it. Who do you think buy the flowers from the funeral home? Black women or black men? Who do you think is being incarcerated unfairly? Black women or black men? Who do you think can't see their children more? Black women or black men? Who do you think had their parents removed more? Black women or black men? Who do you think is in the fucking graveyards in the United States of America? Black women or black men? Let's stop the bullshit. You just try to prohibit us from speaking so we can't show the American people the reality. And you think your silly ass psychology can overpower our intelligence by the universe and by the universities that educated us, okay? We ain't stupid. The American people ain't stupid. You crying the black women is the most put down, the most disrespected. Nigga, please, where? Where? It's the black males that are filling up the jails, the graveyards, the courthouses, the prosecution halls. After our service, unselfishly to this country. We have the liberal left federal government shitting on us and funding our women like they some fucking terrorists or there's some goddamn rebels to go against the state. And when black men are articulate enough to basically point these issues out, they want to stonewall us and get upset. You ain't getting no pussy since you telling what's going on. You can't come to the barbecue. Well, fuck your barbecue. We gonna divorce you. Well, fuck you then. Well, divorce me. Because we be damned as black men if we continue to let you and the federal government rule over us. I'm sick of it. Thank you. And I love you. And I'm not angry. I'm passionate. I have watched this country fall. I have watched this country hurt. I sit and hold the hand of white people who believe that they have some apologies to give black people. You don't owe me shit, Miss White Lady, Mr. White Man. All I need is your valor. All I need is your love. I need you to hold hands with me. I need you to help me fix not only the black community, all our communities. I need you to help me make this country great. I need you to be my friend. I need you to tell me you love me, serve God with me, clean up the neighborhoods with me, pay your taxes with me, love, educate yourself, and go to our graves together. That's all I need you to do. You don't owe me 40 acres and a mule. You don't owe me reparations. I don't need you to fund historically black colleges. Guys, we're not even 250 years old. How the fuck could you have an historically black college? Ask yourself that. See, this is the type of bullshit they think that we don't see. Ain't no such a thing as no fucking historically black college. I am live every night, or most nights. And thank you for asking. Ladies and gentlemen, you enjoy your new year, and thank you for your service. Please make sure everybody listening share this video. Tell somebody about this podcast. Tell somebody about this live. Love somebody. Do not live your little short life that you have on this earth hating white people. Don't live your life hating black people. Don't live your life hating men or women or falling victim to a corrupt government, even if it costs you a few dollars or loss of your job. Do what is right. Don't live your life hating Jews. Don't live your life hating Muslims. Don't live your life hating Asians. Don't live your life hating gay people. Embrace gay people. Embrace transgenders. You don't have to push their narrative or their agenda, but love somebody. Make some friends that are black. Talk to them, sit down, go out to eat with them. Same thing with white people. Play some chess with them. Have movie night with them. Look them in their eyes. Don't be scared of their skin color or their eye pigmentation. Hug them. Touch them. They're not going to bite you. They're not aliens. They're not going to suck your blood. They're pushing that poison in our mind. Don't you teach your children that they got to be better than white people. Get rid of that stink ass idea. Just tell them to be better than everybody, including you. That's what you do. And if your family disown you because you're the black sheep, because you're exposing, see, black men have no problem exposing black men, and black men never get mad at me and say, we ain't dealing with your ass. You know what they say? Yeah, we are killing each other. Shit, we are shooting each other. Yeah, we are snitching. Yeah, we are screwing over this one and doing that one and robbing motherfuckers. And we take it and leave with it. You can't even say black women are chewing bubble gum. No, 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 no. Y'all hate us. Y'all against us. You know what you're doing? You're doing the same thing that you're blaming on white folks and everybody else. When you say that they did something and they sit there in denial, black women have learned to do the same thing. Again, not only Kevin Samuels, but many people, Sister Shazar Ali, Sister Francis and the ISIS papers, Dr. Julia Hayes. These are black scholar women who write books on the behaviors of black women and the gold digger mentality, the sneaky ass sexual vagina mindset that these women have, and the psychology from the left wing, deep state, feminism, Me Too, Black Lives Matter, George Floyd bullshit that they're running. It's a scam. It's a scam. And they don't think that the world can see them. Other nationalities that tell me, bro, I see your race. I don't know what the fuck y'all be doing. And I'll be sitting there like, yeah, I know. I see it. I love you guys. And black women, I love black women. Just so you know, I don't like the reconstruction of the slave and what the liberal left have done to y'all. They have corrupted y'all. And instead of you saying, you know what, I wish I was a black woman, I'd be like, you know what, I like this nigga, this black nigga right here. I want to talk to you. I want to have lunch with you because it's true. What the shit that we be doing as black women is true. How we've got corrupt, what our mothers been pushing to us, hate black men and hate the country and all this other goofy shit and racism and stuff. It's true. We need to clean up. We need to come back home, respect black men, talk to our husbands, our brothers, our fathers, and try to make some relationship. No, these bitches double down and they talk this black power feminist shit and they think that we playing. Black men ain't playing, man. We are serious, man. I've been trying to say this for years that this was going to happen. And they don't want to date us. They don't love us. No, you have turned into shit. It smells all over you. Your politics, your belief system. Look at yourself. Look how close-minded you are. Look at the shit you eat and look at your diet. Look at your weight. Look at your worship. Look at where you live. You have let the Democrats defile you. Look at the shit you vote for and talk about something wrong. Look at your fucking hair, your eyelashes, everything on you is fucking fake. And you saying we don't love you? You don't love yourself. Now that's going to be a short piece. We out of here. I love the American people. I love you.